It's now time to go beyond the talking stage and say, how can we start really putting people together in the way of action? And what we're trying to do is to say, let's get groups of congregations together and really talk about what we can do in neighborhoods. Let's talk about what we can do in parts of the cities. Well, this is a new concept, and you can be part of what's starting to be on the ground floor of a new idea. And that is to say, let's bring together Lutherans and Catholics and Episcopalians and Presbyterians and Methodists and Baptists and Quakers and Unitarians, Jews, Muslims. Let's bring everybody together. Oh yeah, and you know what? Let's talk about some part of the Downtown Business Association, and maybe we need to talk about the Lions, and maybe we need to talk about the softball league, and maybe we should talk about the homeless league, you know, people who are working with the homeless. Let's bring a whole bunch of different disparate groups together, and let's talk about some of our common issues. But what we need to do is to come together and listen to what our hopes and our dreams are of things we think we can actually accomplish. When we get together and we start talking about it together, then we can start talking about solutions. So the question is, say if Central Lutheran wanted to think about a wind generator, and they said, we can't afford that. But what if Central Lutheran and the Basilica and St. Mark's and Gethsemane and St. Olaf and the Baptist Church over here on Hennepin Avenue all got together and said, well, maybe if we all kicked in a certain amount of money, we could each use part of the energy that comes out of that generator. Or if we were to put up a solar panel. What if we were to say we wanted every member of our congregation to install 4 compact fluorescent bulbs? Let's do that by buying them in bulk. And then maybe we can give them away to a certain number of people that we know can't afford them. And the rest of us can buy them for maybe $1 more and pay for the cost for everybody. That's the kind of thing that we can do together that we can't do when we cross the street and don't even speak to each other. That's how much progress we've made, and that's where we need to be going. The idea is to start working now with clusters of congregations and really moving with them to try to think about what the next steps might be. We've got 100 ideas, but you might have the one that really brings the day together. You might have the idea that says, this is the solution, this is the first project that we want to work with together that really resonates with everybody in our cluster. No project is too small, and hopefully no project is too large. We'd like to get to the place where we can do any number of things. So what we want you to think about is, how do we work on global warming solutions together? And how do we as people of faith take positive, concrete, realistic steps to make these things come about?